Kylian Mbappe saga continues. The flirting between him and Real Madrid for years now has gotten out of hand. And now, fake news has arrived. Santi underscore J underscore FM came out with a bomb saying that Kylian Mbappe will sign for Real Madrid this summer. And that the Frenchman has already agreed with terms and everything, that it was a done deal. He said yes. And then I was like, well, this lad isn't that much of a reliable source, right? The only people that you should really look at when it comes to bombs like this, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, and maybe Di Marzo, all right? That is it. And right now, he came out with the bomb, trying to predict. I feel like a lot of these sources come out trying to predict where this player is going to go, since he's been flirting for the past 3 years about going to Real Madrid. I felt like he wanted to be the first one to say it, and then like Fabrizio Romano would come out and say and be like, oh, look, he got it before Fabrizio Romano. But the lad came back, Fabrizio, and said there is no agreement with Kylian Mbappe. There's no discussions about his future. No type of influence could dictate the timing of discussions, reflections, and decisions. Well, the truth of the matter is that Fabrizio Romano is spot on. Mbappe season with PSG has yet to finish. If the lad wins the Champions League with PSG somehow, he's definitely going to be re-signing a contract. But if they get knocked out by Real Sociedad, you could best believe he's going to explore options with the Premier League and Real Madrid. He probably isn't even completely, chosen a next club. He still could look at Liverpool if they get rid of Mo Salah to Saudi Arabia, or maybe even, the likes of Arsenal. I know I'm dreaming there, but he can look at Premier League options. There's still the Real Madrid option will always be there, So there are options for Mbappe. It's not just Real Madrid. It's just the most popular one. It's just the most talked about one because it's the best fit. If you really think about it, like Kylian Mbappe will come in and fit in as the number, as a number 9 there. He'll play striker with Rodrigo and Vinicius, Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Fede Valverde. You're gonna have Tuanemi. It's gonna be a very, very good team if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid. It's already a good team when it's fully healthy. The only problem with Real Madrid these days it's injuries, and if they get Mbappe, then there's gonna be a lot of problems for the rest of Europe. Now, will Mbappe leave PSG? It's not 100% certain, because it will be a deadly, deadly, absolute bullet to the head to the League One, losing their number 1 player. Because there's Kylian Mbappe, and then who's the second best player in the French league? He plays on PSG. I believe you could say there's a case for Dembele, Koulibaly, maybe, you have a bomb being out of prime, you have Lacazette. There's not many options, Jonathan David. There really isn't that many big names. Aside from, if you take PSG off that league, you're stuck with like players past their prime that are you spending, their time in the French league. It's absolutely horrendous, the level of play there. The second team that went to the Champions League from France was Lens. And Lens, they had broken their transfer record for a youngster in Walai, who scored against Arsenal, of course. And he was like around 30 million at most. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the transfer record for these lads. And it's very unbalanced the way the League One is. And if Mbappe were to leave, it's going to be very, very... They're going to lose a lot of viewership with all the fans that love to watch Mbappe. They're just going to subscribe to Premier League channels or La Liga channels and not watch the League One, because what will there be to watch? There's no phenoms at PSG aside from Kylian Mbappe that really take over the world. All the Frenchmen are scattered around leagues, Antoine Griezmann, he's in La Liga. Giroud, he's in Italy. Pogba, Italy. All these big names, Kante, Saudi Arabia. You got when he comes to goalkeeper, Magnan, Italy. Saliba, Premier League. No Frenchmen play in the League One anymore. It's actually crazy, and all the talent is just being let go of. And if Mbappe decides to leave, it will ruin League One, and League One won't even be considered a top 7 league in the world. They'll be battling for top 10. It'll be absolutely horrendous, and it could really change the landscape of how, maybe even Champions League teams are being qualified. There's gonna be a discussion to be less French teams without Mbappe. That's how bad it can get. That's how influential this lad leaving could get. But the truth is, Mbappe is going to see the end of the year with PSG, depending how it goes. Mostly in the Champions League. Of course, the League One matters, but It really is going to come down to how good PSG does in the Champions League. They were very close to being kicked out of the Champions League already. It came down to the last game of the group stage, so that shows the level of play and how risky it is for Luis Enrique right now. And now you're playing against a very talented Real Sociedad team that topped their group, playing well in Spain. So it's going to be very interesting how it plays out. But if I were a betting man, I say Kylian Mbappe will end up leaving PSG. And I believe he ends up in Real Madrid. I think it's inevitable. Eventually, it's going to happen. If he has idols, Cristiano Ronaldo, he wants to be like Ronaldo, and he's going to go out there just like his idol. And it's this summer or never. I feel like this is the last time Florentino Perez will accept Mbappe to Real Madrid. If he extends another contract, he will forget about it and look at alternative strikers for the future of Real Madrid. Because right now they're playing without a number 9. Jude Bellingham is playing false 9. It is working out for Jude Bellingham and Real Madrid, but obviously they're going to look to get a number 9 instead, so Jude Bellingham can go back to the midfield and they can finally move on. Modric and Kroos, who have done well for them, but they are getting up in age. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and make sure to leave a comment down below where you think Kylian Mbappe will end up after this summer transfer window.